What is going on, YouTube people? Pour one out. February 27th, 2025. MSRP is dead. It was great while we knew you. It was fun times. News from the GameStop front. Remember the other day when I did that video, how GameStop was no longer going to do online pre-orders. Everything was going to be in store. They probably had limited product for it. And how they were already charging above MSRP on restocked product. 151, surging sparks, that sort of stuff. Well, today, they are now charging above MSRP on brand new SKUs. The biggest scalper in the market is now GameStop. Now, to be fair, it's not huge amounts, but I don't know that that really matters. This is just them probably testing the waters with this to see how it goes. And then they can creep on up from there. That's exactly what this feels like. But Prismatic Super Premium Collection, MSRP $90. GameStop, $100. A few other examples down here. Some rival decks. MSRP $15, GameStop $18. Some tins for $27, GameStop $30. So, listen, it's not the first comment, scalpers. It's not way over MSRP, but that's not really the point. This, to me, is 100% a test balloon. How far can we push this to extract extra money out of the market, out of the customers, out of the people? And truth be told, I don't get super hung up on the whole MSRP thing anyway. The people that freak out about MSRP, you know, plenty of people talk about this. You can't have it both directions. You can't, when market price is $90 for a $160 booster box, want it for $90 because you want to pay market price. But then when market price is above MSRP, all of a sudden you want to pay MSRP. So pick one, because you can't have it both. Right now the market's hot, so everything is selling for over MSRP. For a long period of time, it wasn't. And you could buy it way under MSRP because you wanted to buy at market value, and you'd cry a little river if you could not get whatever the product was. We'll just use booster boxes in this case for market price. And you would let it sit on shelves and you'd say, screw this, I want it for this because that's what it's going for on eBay. And you wouldn't buy it, which is perfectly fine. That's your choice. But you would cry about wanting to buy it for market price. Now, you don't want to buy for market price because market price is over MSRP. And I get it. You know, now, from a big box perspective, this is a little side-eye. I have a little bit of a different take when it's coming from a shop. If an LCS or an LGS wants to sell at or near market price, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. Maybe that makes me the bad guy here. I don't really have a problem with it. If they want to give you a little bit of discount below market, if they want to play their little games, whatever, it's your choice. You could just not buy it. It's perfectly fine. No one's there with a gun next to your head to force your wallet out to purchase Pokemon cards. And if you don't like this with what GameStop's doing, just don't buy it. But I can guarantee you, if GameStop puts these up right now at $100 a pop, 95% of people are hitting buy as fast as humanly possible. Why? Because that's still going to be way below market price on these. Let's just be honest. Packs are selling for like $12 a piece. There's 15 packs in here. That puts you at, like almost $180 right out the gate just on pack value alone, not counting anything else. Even if packs dropped to $10 a piece, it would still be $150. So that's still a pretty good deal. Paying $100 for it. And they know that. And most people will hand over the $100 bill, no questions asked. Now, how far can they push the envelope? To me, that's there's two big takeaways here. How far can they push this? Because they're going to try this and see how it goes. And if there's little to no resistance, if stuff is just gobbled off the shelves, that's going to encourage them to then push it to the next level. All right, let's try 120 for the next thing. Or, what is this, 10%? Basically, it's 10% over MSRP pretty much across the board. Let's try 20% above MSRP. See what happens. Do they even notice? Do they even care? Then it'll be 30% above MSRP. And then the part 2 of that is, do the other retailers look around and go, well, what the hell's this? If GameStop's able to charge above over MSRP, I'm sitting here in my Target boardroom, my Best Buy boardroom, going, well, they just sold out, charging 10, 20% over MSRP. Why can't we do the same thing? And then they up theirs as well. And I get it. It feels a little more scummy coming from a big box store. But regardless of what business you operate, whether it's big box, LGS, doesn't make a difference. If you have a product that is basically selling all day long for, let's just call it $200, you can walk out the door and there's people lined up ready to buy it off the person for $200. Put it on eBay, $200. Just instantly. Facebook Marketplace, $200. Why should this store be forced to sell it to you at $100? If you were running that business, you'd be like, what the hell are we doing? We're selling it at $100, and the person's literally taking 2 steps outside the door, and there's some other person standing there willing to pay them $200 for it. Why aren't we just selling it for like $175? What are we even doing here? What did I go to 15 years of business school for? Are we kidding? Or what? This isn't toilet paper. This isn't a need product. Why any good business person's going to be like, yeah, up the damn price. Clearly we're priced too low. And that might be, like I said, a lot of people might not like that take, but sit on the other side of the chair. If you run a business on your own, if the demand for your product is so great that people can buy it from you, walk 10 feet down the street, and flip it for double the price, why wouldn't you just cut out the middleman and just raise the price to like $175? But to me, this feels like the beginning of the end of MSRP as we know it, at least while the market is hot. Because like I said, GameStop's going to try this 10% above market, or 10% above MSRP. They'll creep it up. They'll push, see how much push they could get. Because guess what? They can always just lower the price. If it sits, they'll just lower the price. Then it'll sell. People always want a deal. They don't care. People could say, oh, I'm done with, I'm never buying from them again. I'm never buying from this person again. I'm never buying from that person again. Till a good enough deal comes along. Not everyone might go back, but a decent chunk of people will. Can't resist. Have a feeling this might be a spicy comment section on today's video. Long live MSRP. You had a wonderful reign. Your time is at an end. May you rest in peace for a short while, maybe a year or two, maybe less. At one point in time, you'll be back. The market will downturn slightly and things will go back to semi-normal for a while and we'll go through the next market cycle. But for now, it's been fun while we knew you. We'll see how hard they push and see who else follows suit. That's all I got. Catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.